Good day, lords and ladies of the internet. I am your host today, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I welcome you all back to Oxygen Not Included, where today we have ourselves goals, because we always have goals. Whether we meet them or not is another matter. Those goals today are: first, we are going to be actually colonizing Radia today and making sure we do what we need to set up what we need in order to get these volcanoes up and running. Then, we are also going to start working towards making our lovely little squid home, so that we can actually start milking them for milk or ink, which we can then feed to various different things in order to get better and more food supplies, I suppose. I just realized we could technically feed the squids their own ink. Huh. That'd be interesting. Regardless, those were our goals today, and hopefully we can get some of these mutated. Now, there is a method I can use to mutate them. I just need to do a couple of things in order to do that. Because in our room overlay, which I haven't used, but we do have this, our genetic nursery, which we can use in order to increase the chances of a mutation. All it needs is a botanical analyzer and a source of radiation. Now, normally that just means put in one of these radiation lamps. You don't need to activate it or anything, you just need to put it in there. Because for some reason, these wrecked satellites don't count, despite actively being obviously one of them. So those are our goals. To start off with, Gizmo, get your improved gears. Oh yeah, and hopefully we're gonna start this thing up and running. By the way, have I completed my research on the... Yes, I have. Lead suits. Perfect. Can we make some, please? We need glass. Why glass? Why not things which are glassy? Because... hell with me, I suppose. Do I not have the glass thingamajig? I do not. Hoorah. Hoo bloody rah. Ah, so now our liquid reservoir containing the mucilin is finished. Okay. Okay. Then, after that, there is simply one thing we need to do, which is... first, we need to make ourselves a liquid bridge like this. As we say, to goddamn hell with it, we're just venting it. And I've just realized we've got a few sequelin eggs in there, which means we're gonna overpopulate that beyond what we can reasonably do. So I need to make this egg cracker. Also, you might notice here I've got a couple of, like, special little icons here. And that's because I have installed a mod so that it tells us directly how everything influences things. So, for instance, if I take a look here, it gives us a little red square right there, a little green square, because it tells us directly where the duplicant works. So if you want to get the lit workspace bonus, that is the part you need active. What's a good example of showing off the extent of this? Here we go. A good example of that is probably the natural gas generator here. Because as you can see, it tells us where the liquid comes out. And then for the petroleum one, it tells us where the liquid comes out, where the gas comes out, and thus where we need to work on that. Glorious. So, if I want to make this glow squid farm, I need to figure out where to make it, as well as how to make it. Because we don't want the full thing to be... whatchamacallit. One of my mods has failed, hasn't it? It hasn't failed, it's just being an awkward bastard and not showing me where it's meant to be placed. So, what do we need? We're also going to need one of these fishing stations, because the fishing stations are an important little mod, because they are the way you automize, basically, murdering the animals for food. Oh yeah, and I also have a really nice mod that basically allows us to automatically just click this little button here in order to mine the back walls. Dear God, this has been needed. We can even do it behind blocks that we've already mined through, which is especially nice. Ah, isn't it magnificent? Finally being able to mine this back wall that's been annoying me tenfold. And then we got Rover doing all... I have messed up! There we go. That is the one little bit of safe scumming I can do, and that is to not destroy my whatchamacallit. Here, why is my whatchamacallit here not working? It is too big. Damn it. Nature reserve. No industrial machinery. What's industrial machinery? You're in... Why? God damn it! Look at that. So much for us to dig. Have we made ourselves a new rover yet? Yes. Yes, we have. You know what? If we have made ourselves a new rover... First up, let's get some more... How much more zinc and everything do I need on this planet? How much do I possess? Probably a fair amount, honestly. And no one's fertilizing these things, which is about what we expect from the little idiots. So if I do that, and then that, then for the botanical researcher, wherever the hell it might be... And there we go. And so, like that, it should be more willing to produce me... whatchamacallit, mutants of the Starnacles. Nisbet, why are you hurt? Or is it because you've gone down and made this? No, you haven't. Nisbet, why are you hurt? You enjoying yourself, Rover? Just living your best life as our little servant? I need more of you. But also I need to unlock my blueprints, because I have these. So tell me! What do you give me? Ooh, you're new. Mining ceiling lamp. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, that actually looks kind of nice. Oh, I like that one. I like that one. So Nisbet's doing her job and just going around mining everything up. Ensuring that we've got a nice, large, steady supply of crap. Ah, excellent. And now I also have this going on. Marvelous. So now the main thing I need to do is that. And then break that. Excellent. Now, the reason we do this is because when it comes to the flow of how things work in this game, it always chooses to pick one of those first. So, it'll always go through there to there first to fill up this before taking the offshoot path. So that is how you handle overflow. Now, the main thing I want to do next is just wait until this man can just make a bunch of batteries. Pretty much. I will never turn down steel. We need so much of it. Yeah, you can already see the radiation is growing, and Devon's not in the best state because of it. Look at his radiation slowly increasing. So how long are these things groomed for, then? 2 days. Marvelous. And like that, we now have ourselves a glass forge, which is bigger than I initially thought it was. Oh well. Ooh. Ooh, I've just realized. Do Nori count amongst this? Or kelpols? Yes. Yes, they do. And because fishing provides more meat than otherwise, then if I can use the fishing stations to fish out kelpols, that actually is more efficient than just letting the the little ore holes eat their guy. Okay. Unless they're like Rexes, in which they don't generate their ore unless they've eaten live prey. Thank you, Devon. That was very nice of you. I would prefer to get these out before we make these rubber tiles, after all. And you have made that door, allowing me to see how big this room is, which is apparently 84, which isn't too bad. And I'm thinking I'd prefer to move the whatchamacallit into here. Honestly, would anyone like to deliver the caviar to this lady? It's not like we don't have, like, what? 50 kilograms? 500 kilograms. Sorry, I was a unit of 10 off. Cancel that for now, Nisbet. As much as I appreciate you making these rubber tiles, we need the basalt moved out of that place first, just so that we don't waste resources, you know? Right. Here, we have ourselves a glass forge. Now, how much glass do we need for one of these things? It refuses to tell us. Alright then, well let's just make one for now then. You have a high melt risk, but glass forges always have a goddamn high melt risk. Oh boy, someone's gone killing. Yeah, if we got that much shellfish right there, someone's definitely been killing. Which is good. It's what we like to see. Now we just need to start setting up some proper automation routes in order to optimize the killing. Thank you, Sonia. God damn, do we need this to happen quick. Excellent. Caviar delivered. Success! We have procured 10 kilograms of caviar to offer our splashy neighbor. We now have one new gasket to use as is needed. And she promptly disappears. Hoorah. That basically gave us nothing of import. And what do we have here? More rubber boots? Well, yes, please. Especially as I have another new mod available. Do I have a fashionator somewhere? I don't think I do have a clothing textile loom anywhere, do I? No. Geez, so many big construct things I need to work out. So. Oh yes, I also need to do that. Hold up. Forgot about this bit. At the very beginning of the day. Cool. We then do that. Cut that. Join that for now. And then delete that. And just like that, we have a nature reserve. Beautiful. Ah, now the place looks so much nicer and neater. Now it's not covered in all the icky back wall. For the most part. Oh, hey, I missed a section. My bad. Hi, Rover. Almost dead, I see. You have done us proud this day with your activities and your work. Excuse you, why is the electric grill disabled? That's goddamn stupid and would explain why nothing's being made. Genetic nursery. Beautiful. And these things are now growing as well. More beautiful. Maybe we'll start seeing some mutated ones. In fact, do we already have some? No. No, we don't. But we will have some! It only needs 10 kilograms of lead suit. Of glass. Beautiful. Someone make me one then. And then, if we could please... make ourselves a lead suit dock. And then deconstruct that auto sweeper and the ladder. Cool. And then we need to just rotate it like that, and it does the exact same effect. So, Nisbet, if you could then please remake that. Beautiful. And then we can make this lead suit dock. No, sorry, the lead suit checkpoint. Allowing whoever goes into that toxic waste zone to survive. Beautiful! How many little bugs do we have in here currently? 17! I don't think that's including eggs. Or is it? How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Yeah. So this doesn't include... So, when I look at it like this, it says 17. That's including eggs. Got it. Oh, that should not be made out of iron. How dare you? Glad I checked that. Oh, it needs power. Oh, it needs oxygen. These, I confess, are things that I do not think about. Where do I intend to get air? Where can I pump the air from? Maybe in here isn't the worst idea? Preferably, we need somewhere kind of isolated where it can generate its air. Yeah, kind of like down here. It's crude, but it'll work for now. I have also just realized I have accidentally uprooted the gum palm. Where the hell is the Pip? Hello, Pip. We need you to rectify a mistake I made. So you channel up all those uranium eggs, all the other power banks and whatnot. They get shipped on over here, in which they are then put in the storage bin, right inside of the kitchen, ready to be utilized there. Glorious. And then I have gunk right there for some reason. I'm guessing someone threw up. Is there any more research for me to care about in this initial moment? Maybe this decontamination, so that we can create the odorizer, so that we can get rid of all this goddamn polluted gunk air that we've got going on at the moment. And you know, Nisbet, I am definitely thinking we might need to just give you a day of... what am I calling it? Oh, look! Everyone's completed that down there. Perfect! One rubber tile right there, please. Seal off that brine vent. We are going to have to figure out a place to put all that water, though. Slowly we build. Slowly we build. Has anyone made this thing yet? Of course they haven't. That would be too convenient, I suppose. I don't suppose we're even allowed past that until we've completed what we need to complete, have we? Hello. We already have one of you. Why are you offering yourself to me? I'll take the rose bush, which I don't have yet. Ah, well done, Nisbet. Make that final thing, and now the polluted brine is nice and sealed off. And then you can go sit in the medical bay and actually goddamn cure yourself for a while. And then all of the shell that we fished up is already gone. Well, how much nori did you make there? How much? 12.5 kilograms, basically. As I say, it's not the biggest bonus right now, but it's still better than just letting them go by themselves. How much is your... What's your... what am I call it? Skill right now? Your ranching... your husbandry? 11, which means you get an extra 28% meat. Can someone please make the goddamn exosuit? Good job, Gizmo. Good job. Eventually, someone will deliver that. Sonia, good girl. It's now filled with oxygen. You've now disabled this, which is... now that we've got the oxygen suit in there, which is kind of... you've done it too late. But I guess, what do I expect from these morons? Nisbet's just healing up. She's almost done, and then she'll be able to come on over and make these wires. Excellent. Now, you should be able to easily get a bunch of batteries in you. Glorious. Giving you so much more time for everything. Now, the next thing I truly need to do... Oh, there's Rover. Well, Rover, you did your job. You did it well. Now we've got a bunch of shine bugs in here, which means we can now set it to do that. Glorious. Right. Now we shouldn't need to worry about uranium anymore. Major radiation sickness. Well, that's why we're going to have to make sure we re-enable this building tenfold. Because we now have the lead suit, so you should be able to survive. Devon, how much radiation do you have? Quite a lot. Quite a lot. You know what, Devon? I don't normally allow this. But given your hazardous work conditions, I will allow you a rad pill. Just please do be careful about where you throw up. And in fact, you know what? I'm just shoving you back in your bedroom and saying you're not allowed to leave until you're feeling better. You can have a day off. You can have a day off. And glorious, we now have a beautiful carbon pit down here, allowing us to keep all of these nice and fresher. Now, the unfortunate thing is each power bank weighs 20, which does generally mean that you can only fit 5 in a goddamn refrigerator, which is bloody stupid. Don't worry, Devon. By the time it's time for you to have your dinner, you should be ready. Little tootsies. Little tootsie boots. We can now see the gentle increase in temperature around here. But at the same time, know that it doesn't matter. Because the plants don't care. So how many critters do you have in there? 15. Oh, good. We are going to be producing a lot of lovely little things. Which means I am more inclined to grab you now, Steeler. Especially as you've probably got the best problematic thing you could have picked, which is error prone, which does crap all. So grab those. Come on out. Honestly, I'm thinking we might need to make this bathroom of ours a little bit bigger right now, so... Oh, yes, I am so sorry, Devon. That one's on me. I forgot to let you out. So, Steeler. Now that you're here, part of the team, let us go over what we want you to be doing for us. First things first, get yourself another booster station. You're going to need those. We have plenty of microchips to turn you into whatever we want. So, next. Gizmo. Which ones do you have equipped? Digging, digging, extreme digging, and construction. Cool. We are going to need one mechatronics engineering one. Did I make a swim hack one? Yes. Yes, I did. Steeler, you're getting a swim hack one. Because your job is going to end up being ranching. I thought the deodorizer made clay. Right then. So, let's take a look at where the gas is horrid. And the answer is everywhere. Really. So we kind of need to make these deodorizers. Oh yeah, they made it so that they take power now because they're an absolute bastard. I forgot about that. Gizmo, Gizmo, where? Gizmo, there we are. Mechatronics engineering. And Steeler, if I'm not mistaken, you don't have the ability. Oh, you do have the ability to have a ranching thing right now. Okay. Right, so, to start off with, Steeler is more than likely going to be one of the, if not the most, moody electrical people for a goddamn while. So much so, in fact, that I'm actually taking that off you until you have the ability to better handle it. A sunbug egg. Yes, that is something we will have to deal with every now and then, I suppose, isn't it? Forgot about them. Suppose the most I can do is just set sunbug eggs to permanently be in the egg cracker. Oh, right, and now I need to make Steeler a bedroom. Now, which back wall do we think Steeler should have? We've got blue circuitry for, I think, Gizmo. Yellow for Sonia. So, logic says we give green to Steeler. Now Steeler comes along and decorates their own room. What do you want it to be, Steeler? This is your room, your creative decision. Pick what you want your artistic expression to represent who you are to be. Of course it's an arse. A Draco arse, but an arse none the same. Oh, of course, yes. Mustn't forget the fact Nisbet's gonna now kill herself making this stuff. Well, off you go, Nisbet. Time to go back to the healing. Now, we're making all these liquid reservoirs here because this is where we are going to be putting the likes of all the brine that we pump into there. We just need Nisbet to break things first, which means she is going to be under a lot of stress and damage. Steeler, can't you do that on your schedule? It's kind of awkward the fact you do it halfway through. Right, so, one of the next things I need is definitely to put a conveyor loader in here for it to just dump whatever polluted crap ends up rotting, basically. Where's Nisbet? Nisbet's still resting. God damn it. Now, first things first, Gizmo. Yes! Gizmo, go claim your second eggs. Sorry, batteries. That's what I mean. Come on, Gizmo. Fill up all your... whatchamacallit. There we go. All the power in the world. Now you fill up your air. Of which it would be much easier, Gizmo, if you do it like down here. God damn it. Well, I suppose there's going to be air over there anyway, so it won't matter too much, I guess. What's your gear oil? Maximum, that's what we like to see. Ooh, I do have a mutated Starnacle now. Except this mutation is the worst one in the game. Ha! Just my luck. Where's Sonia? Sonia, you are to release a piloting booster and the astronomy. Gizmo, you are to claim the piloting and the astronomy. Good man. Now, we are going over here. We are selecting our crew, which is not going to include Sonia. We are then going to send you on over. Come along, Gizmo! Time for you to begin the process of colonization! Such a noble endeavor is that. And now with you in orbit, we are then going to have you deploy rover and then head on over to that planet. Rover is now going to be a good little boy. And start collecting everything and being just the helpful little drone that he is. Nisbet earned a skill point. Well, good for you, Nisbet. Where are you? Nisbet, you're going to dig, are you? Where are you digging? And... Ah, you're being a moron, I see. Well, good for you. Dig here. And here we are on Radia. Marvelous. So, first things first. What do you need to make an airlock door? All that zinc. Perfect. You will be needing to do that. Also, on here, if we could please... Ah, there is a bunch of iron in here. That's where it came from. Cool. Why are you radiation vomiting? Steeler, what have you been doing? Oh wait, Steeler, are you not allowed to eat the rat pills? Yes, you are. You haven't? We don't have any. I need to be very careful where Steeler throws up now. I suppose if you keep vomiting, you are at least removing the radiation as well, which is good. Okay. So I think I need to fill these water coolers with squid ink. How radioactive is it in here? Oh yes, it's more radioactive than this thing. There's a reason why there is such a thing as a shine bug, whatchamacallit, reactor. How long are you groomed for? 2 days. Steeler, we need to fix that and make you better. Dude, you need to get more air than that. Oh, now you're radiation vomiting, are you? Great. We have no algae on this planet. I've also realized you need a gunk extractor. The next cycle is in 40 days, so I have time to make this. Okay. I don't have access to enough zinc right this second. Okay. So I need more zinc to be able to make these airlock doors, and... Actually, quite frankly, I shouldn't even be using these goddamn things, because they're a goddamn hazard for more than one reason. So if we just turn off your ability to go through this... Because we are now just going to... dig ourselves a way through. Nisbet, what are you doing? Sometimes there's no saving this woman. She seems to be out for herself. Yeah, this is the path we need to take. Just so that we stop killing ourselves. Or just stop releasing all the air. Okay, you've now released enough. You've now vomited enough rads so you no longer care, Gizmo. Glorious to you. So, Gizmo. Now, I am going to say... Go get some air. You have low morale. Well, you know what? Gizmo, that's fine. We're gonna send you back home now. You have established the airlock door so that we'll stop unleashing all the stuff. We now know that we desperately need some more zinc on this thing at the very least. So, off we go. And look here, a blueprint! What do you offer? Some random person? A bionic duplicate that we already have that has reduced athletics? No, 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 not for us. We'll take the Briar Seed. Thank you. Now, if we get all the iron out of here... And then, I forget... Gizmo... You're now part of the regular schedule again. So we have plenty of slime, it's just not being transported. Is the thing. So if anything, what I need to do is automize the slime transport over to this thing so that we can easily get the lubrication station set up. Where's Nisbet? Nisbet is currently building the conveyor rail to transport the slime so that we can start making facto oil for the bionics. Good. Now granted, these things do not produce anywhere near enough slime for all the facto oil we need. So if anything, what I should be doing is trying to get crude oil working, which means I would need to go and do it over on this planet. I've also just remembered one thing I actually probably critically need. And that is getting into here. Good boy, Devon. Good boy. Can you move the rest of the stuff, please? Nisbet, I swear to goddamn Christ. Yes, okay, good girl. Only hurt yourself a second. Now, we have access to one of these thingamajigs. So... where's the drill? Marine drill. Here we go. We use our singular rubber gasket that we have, but we don't have any refined metal right now, so we need more zinc. Mostly because it's all been put onto there, which is needed, and I have nothing against. And you're producing carbon again. Glorious, which means it's being sent up the chain and... well, I won't say it's providing cooling for the place, but... namely because of all the hot air around here, but eventually it'll cool things down, because inherently this is just colder and is being continuous. And... what the heck? Oh, you were getting plastic. I am assuming from there. Oh, and hello there. What do you offer me? Again, I already have one of you. You have one thing, which is the worst. You're a gourmet. Instantly no. And that's actually useful. So thank you. Suffocating? Why are you suffocating? Oh, you can't move down. Okay. Nisbet! What the fuck is wrong with you? It's okay. Parafox, it's okay. They're just a little stupid. This is not something which is unknown to us. We know they are a little bit stupid. God, we have so many shinebug eggplants. You know what? I think I might be reducing this number down to about 10. At least we have definitely established our power supply for our bionic duplicates here. Considering we have 93, or sorry, specifically 73 shinebug power banks. And you know what, Sonia? Considering you like working there, let me just give you a bit of a boost of working there. Right, okay. I did wonder about that. So, slime can simulate. when exposed to small little areas like this. And also to the phlegmatic doors. And here we go, another blueprint. What's my third blueprint of the day going to be? Now that's kind of cool. That I will give you credit for, game. Thank you for that one. However, what I realize is that this is a very bad positioning for making the factor oil. Why? Because quite simply, it's just causing the slime to just rot as it just waits here in the nothing. We need to put that slime somewhere else. And the best place is put it in a pile of water. So, how do we get it in a pile of water? Good, glorious. That's a good way for us to begin. Gizmo's now making the factor oil, which means all that slime is going to start actually moving, which is what we need. Although if there's anything good that I've learned, is that it can't sulimate, or whatever the word is, from airflow tiles, which is kind of funny. Take your time, Nisbet. You'll get there eventually. Eventually we'll set up these squids. I said it was the goal for one of the goals for this episode. Doesn't look like we're going to be making much progress on that goal this day. How are we doing for this thingamajig? Cool. What do I need for this? I need this. I need that made, someone to run on that, and then we're going to get someone to open that door. Or is that why no one's been pulverizing the plant? Because this vulcanizer wasn't making any rubber. However, we are now doing something I didn't expect to happen so quickly. And that is, we are running out of power. I do not know exactly completely what is consuming all the power, which tends to be a problem in these sorts of circumstances. You offer me nothing, except a glow squid egg, which I suppose is very useful, but no. I mean, I'll grab the thing and try and relocate it down there if you'll let me. Ooh, excellent. We have also now used all of the slime that was in there. Perfect. I now realize that what's consuming all the power is the fact I turned on this vulcanizer, so... if I turn it off... hopefully we should gain some power again. Maybe. Come on, give me a break. Nisbet, you are supplying construction materials. What materials are those? I swear to God, if you are making the pipes... of course you're making the pipes. In fact, no, it looks like you're making the tiles. In other words, you're going to kill yourself again. Nisbet, please move over here. Break these. Build these. Build away into here. Build that. So that we can get some power, please. How long has that been disconnected? That got disconnected when I broke these ladders, didn't it? That's why we're out of power. Because the main source of it decided... because I disconnected the main source of it. Yep, there we go. Good God, I have 40,000 calories of meal lice. And instead of cooking, someone is deciding that he wants to make medical pills instead. The fuck is wrong with you? Half the time, This game is making problems by fixing problems. Okay. Whose job doesn't matter right now? Because I want to achieve something today, and the best way to do that is through certain other means. So, things start by Nisbet making this thingamajig. Gizmo, I want you to replace that digging thing right there with a strength one. Because, dear God, you need a bit more kick to you. Sonia, you are installing these electrical boosters. Because then you will do these mechanical functions such as plant pulverizers and whatnot a lot quicker. You are providing me a snazzy suit, which I am not going to turn down. Who wants it? Steeler. Steeler wants it. Or Sonia. Sonia's been here longer. They have greater rights to it. Next. Nisbet. You're having dinner. Crap. Fine. I was about to say, Devon, where are you going? You're getting plastic. Interesting. This place has drained a lot of water. Probably because it's all pushed into here, because it's just displaced the natural gas, apparently, which is not what I was expecting. Nisbet, you are not allowed past there. Yes, that's right. Go run in the hamster wheel. Hamster wheel complete. Nisbet, get off. Gizmo! Where are you? You're right there. Alright, Gizmo. You're going to temporarily remove the astrology one and replace it with the swim hack. Because you've got places to go. That place is over here. Gizmo, you are not going to be allowed back through. What time is it? Ah, God. Damn it. Fine. Fine. Ignore me. Right. Gizmo, as I was saying, you're moving over there. You are submitting the bioscan. Good boy. You are now breaking that. You are now... This door cannot be manually controlled. The fuck? Excellent. I don't know why that's looking like that, but... Gizmo? Really? Did they actually go through the effort to actually fix this, to make it actually annoying? I think that's bugged because that should not look like that. Also, I could have just broken the door the entire time. You are going to get yourself deep diver's lungs, right, Gizmo? You are going to get yourself deep diver's lungs, right, Gizmo? You are going to get yourself deep diver's lungs, right, Gizmo? You're going to get deep diver's lungs, right, Gizmo? So, Gizmo, I know this thing's random, and you don't really have control over what the big brain says it's going to do to your genetic sequences. But of the 4 options, there's only one real option. You're going to get deep diver's lungs, aren't you, Gizmo? There's nothing I can say at this point I haven't already said, Gizmo. Get the goddamn lungs, Gizmo. Thank you, Gizmo. Deep diver's lungs. That's what we love to see now, isn't it? So, now that you have that, we are simply just gonna let you back out. Because what you need to do next is... You know what, quite frankly, I'm just gonna leave that. I was going to block that off, but I suppose given its current state, it doesn't matter. So now that you're breathing at a relatively functional rate, Gizmo. Oh, well, Gizmo, if you want to be so kind as to do this as well for me, oh, well, aren't you feeling mighty generous? Alright. Good job, Gizmo. Good job. And you know what, Gizmo? After that, you've earned yourself a rest. Equip the astronomy. Good man. And then you know what? I was going to send you off, but honestly, do what you want right now. I'll give you a day. But you know what, Gizmo? Because your gear oil isn't even that good right now, we're going to wait until you refresh that. You know, I now understand why you are having so many more issues with... I am noticing a problem. And that is, I don't have a method to tell them not to grab shinebug eggs. Although I can think of a method. And that is just... use the automation and hook that up to the same circuitry as that. Hello. 2 more pips? I will not turn down 2 more pips. I like pips. And here we have someone with a nice big balloon. Alright, Gizmo. You've had your time. Time to go. And because he's going to be by himself, I honestly lean more towards this one. Go. Now. I did forget about that. Also, why is that so high for you? Also, you don't even have any of the... You know what? You know what? Hold on. Stop. Stop. We are... No. No. Stop. No. No. We are reloading! So you know what, Gizmo? After reviewing things, I'm going to change my mind and wait until you at least, you know... use the lubrication station. Then we can send you on your way. So Nisbet, where you're not dying. Huh. That's a nice change. I won't lie. However, I am also realizing I'm going to need to get power down here to be able to use the liquid pump, as well as the thermal gas fisher right there. In fact, can I use that yet? How much power does it use? Oh, it uses a chunk. Right. Well, to be fair, it does also produce the... It does also produce the natural gas we would use, so theoretically I could just channel that upwards and make a proper... I have no idea how that brine got in there. Okay, Gizmo, I need you to use the lubrication station. By the end of the day, hopefully. No later. Ah, here we go, Gizmo. Time for the oil change. And do you know what that means now, Gizmo? That's right. It's time for you to go to another planet. Off you go! Everything on this planet can be put on pause, because we need to set an organization to making our... to begin our process of colonizing that planet. And exploiting all of its natural resources for our own gain. Just like we're trying to do on this planet. You know, when I broke that, I didn't intend for it to be a case of it then pushes all the gas into one. I thought it would be a case of the gas would take over that. Ah, you're now in orbit. Good. Glorious. Create yourself a rover, and then head down to land. Where's Rover? You didn't release the rover. Okay. Alright then, Gizmo. First things first. She's gonna be an idiot, but we don't expect that from her. I need you, Gizmo. 2. I need you, Gizmo, to make a bunch of wires, if you don't mind. Glorious. Now, I won't deny. Something I will need to try and remember is how wide this needs to be. Because I can't actually remember. Oh, hush up down here! Now, that gold volcano is dormant, but we're not going to try and mine it out yet, because I know you are definitely going to have to run back before we can even remotely get close to mining that out yet. How wide are you? 5. Okay. Then that means this is at least 10. Just like that. For now, Gizmo, just work on digging it out, because I can't remember. And igneous rock will do fine enough. So, if I remember rightly, the way you make this is like this. Oh, time for your break, is it? Gizmo? Gonna go find some air, oh, no, you're expelling gunk first. Right, of course, that makes sense. Then you go find some air. Look, there's a reason I give him deep diver's lungs. It's basically how you survive on other planets as the bionic duplicant. Because you can't guarantee the quality of the air source or the quantity of it. So, from what I remember of my volcano taming setup, which I in no way take credit for coming up with myself, it starts with this setup right here. You have an aqua tuner to basically cool down the cooling loop. Auto sweeper, obviously, to get the gold into the conveyor loader, which then ships it around the place, which is then going to cool it down over time, because it's going to be filled with steam, which, ironically, yes, is cooling it down. And then up here is steam turbines. Gizmo, where are you and what are you doing? Gizmo! You're not allowed to do research, are you, Gizmo? Which is why you're set to that. Alright, yes, that's right. Go better. Better, Gizmo. Go explore for us! I know there's not exactly much of anything to explore in this direction, but it's a start! How you doing over here, Gizmo? How's the research going? Slowly? I assume it's slowly. Well, you've technically got a couple already, at least. We can also see one over there. Can I get that far? 1, 2, no. No, I can't. Shame. The irony behind this is this is not what Gizmo is supposed to be doing. Gizmo is supposed to be building, and effectively I've immediately started by denying him the ability to build. So you know what? I'm going to rectify that mistake of mine and tell him to go build. There we go. Even if we do not have enough steel on this planet yet, in order to make it, we can certainly start by building it. Okay, you've finished that one now, Gizmo. Time to go. You get a lot of data banks from that. Kind of have to wonder what happened to the data banks on this planet. Oh yeah, by the way, Gizmo, how are your batteries looking? Oh, they're looking fine. We've got plenty of time. I'm pretty sure that's fine, because I'm pretty sure it's the middle one there that activates it. And theoretically, even if not, this is still a vacuum, and heat can't transfer it, and neutronium doesn't contain heat, so the only thing it could transfer heat into is this singular bit of igneous rock right here. So it's good regardless. You love yelling at me radiation from this planet, don't you? To which we immediately say, we know! We literally have a radioactive field in... How many bugs are in here? 3. Crap. Yeah, I need to hook the crafting table automation up to this thing, I think. Question. Game. How much steel do we have on this planet? Oh, not much at all. I think I have enough for another 17 uses of steel creation. It'll be a drastic heat increase, but it will become necessary. I'm sorry. How many kilograms of carbon dioxide is it in that single block? 12,000. That's hilarious. Now, I'm pretty sure I don't require to make everything in here out of steel. But goddamn, I am not doing it otherwise. How are you doing for battery? Oh, you've got 1 left. Okay, well, you know what? You've spent 2 bionic duplicate cycles around this place. Gizmo, don't waste the air. You have enough. Let's send you back now, shall we? I'll even let you meditate as well. In there, okay? So, we have begun the process of taming a volcano. Granted, the moment we finish the setup, the thing's going to be active, meaning I won't be able to activate it, because we're going to need to, whatchamacallit, study the thing first. There's also a hydrogen geyser on this planet somewhere that I would personally like to discover where, so that I can then use it for power supply, potentially. Somehow I am assuming it is down here in the bottom briny depths of negative 100 bullcrap. Oh! Now that there is interesting. It just broke through the surface. Wasn't entirely sure if it could do that. I am glad I witnessed that for myself firsthand. Oh, and it's a good thing we left when we did. The oxalite was about to just come in and blast its way through. Then again, if I could somehow harness this... That is an awful lot of air that is being produced. Hello, you provide me glass. Oh, mighty generous of you. Your crap. We have 100 tons of you. Glorious. Well. What's our progress today, then, I suppose, is the question. Well, we successfully proved our Shine Nymph farm, and then promptly ruined it by not refining it enough. So that's going to be an issue for next time. We have begun our setup for taming a volcano. We just need to send over some gaskets next time to make sure we can build the turbines on top. And we have ourselves a marine drill here, ready to start drilling up the gas that is to be produced, although we do need to figure out a way to make a space here for the gas to just exist, which seems to be potentially problematic right this second. So yes, while our progress is slow and tedious, it actually feels we have made progress towards our goals today. Haha! Which is always good news for us to experience. All it took was lots and lots of pain and suffering. But such is the way with oxygen not included half the time, especially when you have no idea legitimately what you are properly doing, despite having 1,000 hours in the game. But, everyone, I'm afraid, well, I'm all out of time for today's episode, so I do hope you'll join me next time, where we will hopefully fully tame this volcano, or at least have the setup built for the thing to activate, and then for us not to be able to tame it, because we need to analyze it first. Hurrah! But if you're new around here, be sure to subscribe. We produce new content all the time. And if you've enjoyed today's episode, be sure to leave me a like to let me know. Well, everyone, I'm afraid that until the next time that I see you, it is time for me to bid thee all farewell, and good day, and finally, good night.